Okay, so this is the official review of the screening, episode 1 of 2 from your boy Lunar. I want to give a shout out to May again. I have the email pulled up of email telling me that the email of May telling me that they were a backer for the Legend of Vox Machina Kickstarter and has the first 2 episodes and wanted to give me the code, and I was like, holy moly. I thought it was a beautiful synchronicity because the day before I was telling my friend, I was like as much as I kind of thought in my head, I don't know if there was really anyone out there hoping to see my review on the episodes, but I think there were a few comments, but sorry, just hard to pull from memory. This vast ancient deity mind. No, I'm just joking, but um uh I didn't think I was going to watch the episodes because I don't have Amazon Prime, and I was literally having a conversation. Look at how this was the universe pulling things together. I told my friend, my closest one, that I was like, dude, it would be awesome because if on the 28th I did get the episodes or whatever, I would do a review just like I'm doing campaign 1. I still haven't done another episode, but I would do every single episode. I would review it. And I said, and then he said, of course, he was like, come on, you know how the universe works. Like, don't start doubting that you won't be able to watch it, because I was it's literally been the one thing that I've been excited for. A lot doesn't excite me in life naturally. Like, there's a lot of things I like to see and they're cool and things that make me happy, but I genuinely had hype for this. Like, there's even a lot of games or even like other things that like really piqued my interest that did not have me as hyped as I was for this. And so not being able to watch it when it came out, I was kind of like, damn. But it wasn't the end of the world, of course. Though I trusted him. I was like, maybe something will happen. Something. Literally, as soon as that phone call is over, I get an email from May telling me, hey, do you want the code? Because they won't be able to watch. And May, I thought it was freaking crazy that you don't even, like, you're not on social media much. You, like, I'm assuming by what you meant by that is you have literally a Twitch and like a YouTube account. Yeah, that's just. Nonetheless, it was cool. I really didn't even feel like I deserved the code. I was like, at first in my mind, I was like, it's. I think that's like an old pattern or something in life. Like, depending on how you go about life, certain things you like look at it like that. But I was like, oh, I don't feel like I deserve this. Like, I feel like this should go to a critter. So like, I still feel all this time along and my addiction watching the campaign, I still feel like just an honorary critter. But I have a bunch of notes here. I've caught so many moments, and there was one moment I wanted to talk about in particular about when Scanlan in the trailer was trying to open the locked door and he was, open your locked door, baby. Of course I noticed. Show me the key or whatever. Like, of course I noticed that moment. But I wanted to just shout out a comment. I seen. Oh, May just got back to me while I'm. Yeah, May just messaged me saying they will wait till next Friday to watch my video. But yeah, yeah. So, anyways, shout out May again. Just sent me it. But okay. So, anyways, let's get on. No more time wasting. Yeah, let's try to do this as professional. My emotions are just all over the place, trying to condense them again, but I can't, because honestly, this was literally a great day for me. Hey, 2:22 p.m. So anyways, okay. So let's start. So I have them, they're not in order. None of them are in order, but we will just start with episode 1. So I think right off the bat, I will say the Tavern Keeper. I thought the Tavern Keeper was so cool. And in between that, there was no, I may have gotten this wrong. There was no like special moment 30 minutes earlier, but there was like special moments in between, I think. Or maybe I completely missed that and there was. But the moment in between the 2 episodes where the cast described their favorite part. So first thing I'm going to give a shout out is the Tavern Keeper. Really cool to see the Tavern Keep, a character that the critters came up with. And not only that, I want to give the shout out to the voice actors. Even though, yes, I know I'm not going to know like all of them, because that's what I wanted to point out was I'm not a person who was really watching television. I never really was into watching TV shows, but um, for the most part, it was just gaming and other things like being outside and just so it's like I never really sat down in front of the TV and waited too long or watched for too long. Most of the things I watched with my grandma were like it was Top Chef, I think, or whatever the one with Gordon Ramsay. Then the kid one of that, and I think America's Got Talent and stuff like that. But other than that, never really got into any shows. And then like when Netflix, like when I started watching Netflix, it was like The Last Kingdom and like fantasy stuff like that, and then of course anime. But so I'm not aware of too many of the talents, but again, they are doing their thing. So bar fight scene. So that was one of the things I have written down. The scene that was kind of shown already was really cool to see in the episode. I have Kari as Uriel. Kari killed it as Uriel. That was dope. The Scanlan songs. Okay, so to put them in short, so we don't get hung up on the Scanlan, because I have Scanlan beginning, but I don't remember. I should have marked something more next to Scanlan beginning, but the Scanlan songs. So when that initial scene you've seen where they came in and introduced themselves as Vox Machina, like we're Vox Machina, Scanlan had a song basically talking about their adventures and everything like that, and then there was a moment where he started to bust into a rap. That was so good. Sam is killing it. Oh my gosh, the songs were beautiful. Now, also in the bar fight scene, I think why I have Scanlan beginning was freaking that little how do I even say it? That graphic scene where he was getting it on. That was crazy. I did not expect. I should have. I did not think they were going to go that far. That was crazy. He was getting it on with the I think the Tavern Keep's daughter, if I remember. Kima and Alora. I wrote them down at this point because voice talent. I was like, damn, they were really like. It's cool to see them come to life. Oh, the psychic attack. Now, so in the beginning, Vex started getting a headache, and I first thought it was Fin's, but we're gonna get to that in a second. But she had like a little headache, and there was no really like, it was like foreshadowing. Bickering. So now I have bickering between Vex and Scanlan. That was a funny moment, but I can't remember what it was. But there was a little bickering between them, which was pretty funny. And then Pike. I think I have them written down as for the moments of them, like the dialogue between them, freaking done beautifully. There's more moments that are kind of just popping in my head, and these are helping me stay on track. But basically, they went to, I don't know if these, again, I didn't watch campaign 1, so they went to the Tal'Dorei. Was that the Tal'Dorei Council? Gonna get killed for that in the comments, but when they accepted the contract to like see what they be fighting, they didn't know it was like the Blue Dragon. So then it was the Blue Dragon moment, which was freaking awesome. Keyleth, Keyleth's moment where she like froze up. I think now watching the animated, I 100% like Keyleth. And I heard, again, I was getting told by critters that people didn't like Keyleth. I think I like Keyleth even more because of the animation now. She really came to life. So yeah, Beauregard last. But Keyleth's lightning blast on the lightning dragon failed, which was insane. First of all, how Vex helped her snap out of it. She was like, come back, Keyleth. And then took that power from the sky and the storms. The animation was so beautiful and just struck down. So awesome. But it was a lightning dragon, so it was immune. Freaking Grog getting smacked, and then Scanlan going, Grog's down already, like so much. So yeah, and then I wrote down party gets dusted. And then Pike wants to fight. I wrote that down. So now my notes start getting better. Pike wanted to save the village because it was like all these people, like we got to save them. But everybody was like, yo, we're going to die to a dragon. Like it's a dragon. Like I don't think we could take this down. And personally, I thought it kept me on my toes because I was like, damn, they're not going to be able to fight this right now. But nope. I have Vex's name down. I don't know why I have Vex's name down, but I think it was because she was talking about the dragon and her and Vax, and then the backstory between them. And then a cute moment I wrote down was Grog putting Pike on his shoulders. I thought that was a really cute moment where everybody was turning away and then they started walking. 1 second. Okay, quickly back. But yeah, I thought that was a really, really cute moment where Grog, the party was walking away because they thought, this is pretty much, we're not going to be able to beat this dragon. Like, the dragon even thought that, spoiler for what I'm about to talk about, but if you're already watching this, but they were all under rocks, and the dragon was under the assumption. I thought he would have been a little bit smarter to sniff the rocks a little bit more. But the dragon reveal is crazy. But we're gonna get to that when I hop over to episode 2. But anyways, they ended up coming out from under the rocks. Then it was the moment from the trailer that we seen, or the little official trailer thing where Grog was bleeding. And it was cool to see the moments that they were releasing in the 2 episodes. It was cool to see how they lined up with the full episodes. But okay, so yes, the kid that Vax gave the coin to. So yes, there was another moment that was really, really, really special to me, where they first got to the village, and then that's why I have Pike written down. So that just jogged my memory, hop back. Pike, when they got to the village where the sighting of the monster was, the town keeper was like, hey, can you say a prayer on the building? And Pike was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not a priest, I'm a paladin kind of situation. And it was funny. So, but during that moment, there was like a kid, and I don't know if the kid tried to pickpocket him or was just like looking at this band of adventurers coming through. Can't recall it from memory, but I remember Vax showing the kid a little trick with the coin, making it disappear and reappear, which was cute, and then giving the coin to the kid. Well, spoilers if you're already watching this, kid ends up dying. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Grog. Oh yeah, Grog feeling things. So when Vax dug up the kid, because he heard him his little death kind of grunt, little death grunts. I don't know, from the rubble. Pike couldn't end up healing him because she was tapped, and it made me think of short rests and stuff. Like, a lot of the moments, it was crazy. But Grog feeling things, after they seen the wreckage and the destruction, they were like, okay, nah, we have to avenge this town. So it's nice. It's cool to see that Vox Machina is legit heroes. It's cool. And Grog delivered a great line. And then the soundtrack. I have the soundtrack written down because the sound is so good. And then so avenging the town was written right there too. Song choice remixes, yes. So I have song choice remixes. I wrote that because the choice of the soundtracks for each scene, when it was a sad scene, or a scene that was about to get intense, or a scene that was kind of not like an intermission, but blending into the next scene, like a transitional scene. It was great. It was literally, it was so cool to hear Your Turn to Roll remixed the way it was. Whoo! It's really good. Now we're on to episode 2. In the intermission, I have written down intermission where the cast talks about their favorite moments. So they stopped in and jumped in and talked about their moments, which ones they liked, and pretty much I don't really have much to comment on that. It was just the moments that they liked, and they all seemed so hyped. Travis seemed really hyped, and Marisha, I liked her favorite moment too, but I can't really remember what it was. I might be getting this wrong, but okay. So I liked what Marisha said, and I liked Ashley's favorite moment. Ashley's favorite moment was when Matt played when I might be getting it wrong, so let me not say it. You know what? Let me not say it. Let me move on. So we get to episode 2. Now, episode 2, Krieg. So episode 2 takes off at the general's camp. And you know what's funny? Now I'm going to get into just basically giving you the spoil. So it freaking turns out, holy moly, Holy moly. Holy moly. Krieg is the freaking dragon. Oh my gosh. What? That blew my mind. I couldn't wait to get it out. Krieg is the freaking dragon. We're going to get there. But anyways, General Krieg gave a great speech at the camp. I loved it. And then the one soldier was like, oh, what a load of shite. And then the dragon attacked the camp. Of course, they transitioned the scene where General Krieg wasn't there. I was literally saying, where is the general? What? Where did he disappear? Well, yeah, he's the fucking dragon. The gore, I have gore times 10 lightning strike or lightning blast or lightning roar tree spike written down. The gore in this is insane. Dude got like blasted against a tree, eyeballs, blood, limbs, body parts, just blood everywhere. Freaking amazing. The tree, that was the tree spike part, because like I think dude's body got blasted against the tree and the head was on the shit, and then the lightning roar from the dragon bodied a guy, like absolutely obliterated him. I'm talking, he was fucking craziness. Anyways, we get to Sir Fince. Now I have Sir Fince as the suspect, and if I didn't spoil it already, I would have let it up on how it happened, but I'd rather just go non in order. Cause yeah, I'm better with flowing than I am with something structured. So I literally have to follow my page. But if I didn't spoil it, which I couldn't help it, Sir Fince, when they walked in, he was suspect to me too, Sir Fince. But I didn't totally know. I was like kind of on the edge of waiting to figure it out. But then Sir Fince, when they got there, General Krieg was already there. Of course he was already there because he was the freaking dragon. He was like, oh, how'd y'all survive? Because he thought he healed them. He didn't talk to them when he was in dragon form. Of course, it kind of spoiled it. But so General Krieg is there telling Uriel and them, hey, we got a dragon. Scanlan and them come in behind Fince and is like, yo, like, hey, we survived. You didn't tell us you were, or I think Fince said you didn't tell them like we were sending them on a suicide mission, blah, blah, blah. And then Scanlan was like, hey, did you guys know it was a blue dragon? And then, nope, they were like, yeah, we already know, like, you're late. And then they're damn. And then I have Kari as Uriel again because I absolutely loved when he gave that order there during that scene. He played the character so well. Then Alora and Kima again, because just amazing. Guards petting Trinket, that was a cute moment. And then I have Grog, Scanlan, Vex, and Percy, who's creepy. Now, I wrote that because Grog and Scanlan were suspecting it was Alora, and that was funny. And then Scanlan was like, yeah, I would never trust someone more pretty than me. And that was a funny moment. And then Vex and Percy were like, no, it's fucking clearly Fince. And I thought that too. I was like, yo, Fince kind of creepy. Don't judge a book by its cover. And I only was doing it in the show. Nah, I'm just joking. But seriously, I really thought they kind of built it dope because of how they made the scenes where it looked like he was looking directly at Vex. But now that I think about it, like when she was getting her headaches. But now that I think about it, it's kind of like, what if he was looking at them because he didn't want to get like another party of members killed? Damn. God, that made me think about that. Ugh, that sucks. But then I have Vex. Yep, Vax and Pike go see Gilmore. So now seeing Gilmore rather from the moments as Matt playing Gilmore. Let me take a drink. It was interesting seeing Gilmore. I love Gilmore's character after that. And oh my gosh, as Vax and Pike went to see Gilmore to get, information on how to kill a dragon or some weapons on how to kill a dragon, they were walking by and Gilmore was using his little flair and pizzazz and opening things and lifted up a book on the scene, and the fucking book was Tusk Love. It was freaking Tusk Love. And don't get me wrong, I know it wasn't Jester and Ford, but it really did. At first glance, it looked like Jester and Ford. Gotta love it. But Tusk Love was right there. That was a cool little Easter egg. There's probably more Easter eggs I didn't even realize, but Tusk Glove is obviously not a hard one to miss. They put it straight on the screen, kind of off like the bottom corner, like right here. But yeah, more like this was where Tusk Glove was. But oh yes, I wrote Gilmore voice actor. Gilmore did really well. Like I said, I'm giving a shout out to the voice actors because I really hope that everybody was not offended that I didn't know the voice actors. Like literally, it is literally impossible for certain people to know most of the voice actors depending on what you've watched. Like I've been considered a freaking nerd and a geek growing up, but in a much different way than it is in the TV shows of Doctor Who and stuff. So I apologize, guys. But other than that, they all did. For the ones that are shown so far, did their work. Now, I wrote Gilmore smash Vex or Vax. I wrote that because Gilmore was like, "You're gonna owe me," and then Vax was like, I think it was Gilmore or either Vax that was like, "Oh, you owe me a little bit more." Now, Grog moment I won't really explain, but Grog the whole dick for brains. This was when Grog and Scanlan were partnered up to. They were all basically going to do different things. So Pike and Vax, Gilmore, Dragon Information. The rest of the parties, I think, were going to just basically, like when they do their little scouting missions or tailing missions or look for seeing where Vince goes. And Grog and Scanlan got sight of Vince. And funny, I really seen the stealth checks rolled. I wonder if this is how it happens during the campaign. Like when they were tailing Vince, they almost like failed a couple of stealth checks. Like you can see it. It's really funny. But yeah, so where do we got now? Grog drinks Scanlan. Oh yeah, so then when Finch walks by, they're like, "Oh, there." The dick for brains part was because like Vex told Grog that Scanlan got like dick for brains. But so Grog was taking this dude who was driving barrels of water, I think, by. He picked one up and started drinking it, but then Scanlan saw Finch and hopped in the barrel. I might be saying the events wrong, but like hopped in the barrel, and then I wrote, that's why I wrote Grog drinks Scanlan. I bet that water tastes fucking disgusting. No, I'm just joking. Tastes like a lot of sex though. And then Grog and Scanlan tail Finch. Failing stealth checks is what I wrote. Sandwich moment. So if you're familiar with the sandwich moment, and the whole Vax takes a little finesse. That moment was fucking sick. Let's see, Scanlan. Oh, and then I wrote the song Scanlan, open your back, don't blame it. And that's what I want to say. I noticed Scanlan's lyrics in the motherfucking trailer reveal. I noticed his song. I just didn't make a comment because I thought it was obvious. Scanlan's a freak. I'm not going to comment on everything in a reaction video. But other than that, door W's. So I put door W's, literally door W's, because like doors be whipping their ass. So I put door W's like their door wins because they have trouble with doors. But and I'm assuming there's more doors that I haven't seen yet in campaign 1 that they have trouble with. But it seems like even in campaign 3 they had trouble with getting a door down. So yeah, Finch. And that was not spoilers. I just said they had trouble getting a door down in campaign 3. Don't worry, I'm being careful about anything outside this information. Finch. Okay, so then next, Finch broke into Krieg's house. So they tailed him. It was Krieg's house, and Finch looked suspicious. I was like, oh, it's Finch. Damn. You know, and I'm glad that I let my mind not think beyond that, because it would kind of be it is really unfun when you critical think everything into pieces, because that's something I do normally in real life. I'm already normally just like I'm like critical thinking every moment I do when it comes to reality. But when in entertainment, I don't really like to do that, because then it spoils the fun, because you kind of figure it out. But sometimes it's fun for people to literally critical think things down to a T and get it. But yeah, when Finch turned and was like, no, wait, you've got the wrong thing, I kind of clicked and I was like, oh shit, maybe it's not him. So I just liked allowing my mind to just enjoy it and not fucking try to, I almost said Indiana Jones, but like Sherlock Holmes the entire animated. But yeah, so I thought Krieg dope character. And what I remember is Krieg was never introduced, right? So Krieg is new for everybody or something like that. Like Krieg was, I can't remember totally, but I think, yeah. So then Krieg comes out the darkness, was already waiting for Fence because he must have known Fence was hot on his tail for figuring out there was a traitor in the midst, like working with the dragon, which Vox Machina figured out. So then Krieg out the darkness, blade through the back on Fence. I was like, no, I felt so bad for Fence. And then they go into like Fence's little, they try to chase him, like they get into a little fight. Fight scenes have been awesome. And Krieg gets away, and Grog, now I have Grog Bootyful written down because when they go into like Krieg's little armory, like I think Pike used detect magic, and like everything in there was like so many magical items that they could have loot goblined. But Grog seen a painting of like, it was like a dragon girl, or it was like a dragonborn girl, I think, that was just like, it was just like, some smut. Now that I know the word smut, I got to use it more. So smut, I never really heard people talk about smut, but really smutty portrait. And Grog was staring at it, and Keith got a little bit upset. And it was funny because then Grog, like, what was it? Did Grog do that after? Oh yeah, okay. So this happened after, but Keith threw the book at Grog's head, and it flew through the portrait. They noticed that it was a portal, and yeah, pretty much. That was a funny moment. And then Vax put a little flirt on him, was like, oh, good on you, Keyleth, you found the exit. And then Keyleth was, oh, it's not that crazy. So I like the little cute flirting moment. And then Vex absolutely shut down her brother, shut his Mac game, like just straight down, and was like, it actually wasn't that complicated. She threw a fucking book at Grog's head and then went through the portal. And then Grog stuck his hands in the portals, like the booty part. So the booty, you get it, bootyful. So he said bootyful. But then I have loot goblins written down because when they got in through the portal, you guessed it, it was to a lair that it immediately looked like a dragon's lair, and then everything started to connect. Like, I really thought Krieg was working with the dragon, but wait, this is the best reveal. Like, but pretty much Scanlan, like, they were digging through the gold, and Scanlan found a troll dick or something like that, but I think it was covered in mud. It was super weird. But yeah, whoo, what a gold hoard. Now, when Krieg came up and was like, I'm surprised you guys survived Brimscythe and stuff, I first thought that he was working with the dragon called Brimscythe. So I was, to my friend, the dragon's name is Brimscythe, okay? And no, he was Brimscythe. So like I said in the beginning, he was the fucking dragon. That shit was so fucking cool. He was for years, the dragons rule Taldore, and he was going on, and then he turned into what I am. No, I'm just joking, because I joke about being an ancient dragon. But he was. I don't remember how he said it, but he was like, we used to rule or something. Like, he said a sentence where it said we, and then Percy, I think, caught it and said, did he just say we? And then he was all dragoned out. I did not see that shit coming. I thought Brimscythe was going to come from behind him, and then they were going to have to fight, like, in I wanted to say in tandem, but they were going to have to fight, like, this kind of 2-on... Is there 7 of them? Don't quote me. I'm just saying 7 because I can't remember. I'm not going to count. But it was going to be the 2 versus them. So, no, he was the freaking dragon, and then he was talking to them as the dragon. Again, shout out to the voice actor of Krieg. Can't remember the names that well right off the bat. But fucking awesome. Fucking, I cannot. Krieg was literally the fucking coolest antagonist. Now, short-lived. But other than that, we flip. Now, yeah, I have Krieg fucking dragon. Grog electrocuted. So I'm assuming this happened during the campaign. I don't actually know, but Grog got hit heavy. I was like, oh shit, Grog's down. At that moment, I really thought it was gonna be a bad fight. Like, they were not gonna beat this. Now, I have Vax and Percy written down. Oh, yeah, because Vax and Percy were talking to each other. Because Percy, I think, said to Vax, yo, did you get any information from Gilmore? Like, what the fuck? And then Vax is like, oh yeah, something Twin Rivers. Yo, and it turns out like the thing that Gilmore told them about the poem, like, or the, you know, poetic thing about a dragon where the weakness is when they charge up, it's like this, like the Twin Rivers, because like the element, I'm assuming this, I don't know if it's with all dragons, but it like arcs up in a V pattern, like a Twin River. So like this. So it was the neck, and holy did the team combination initiative round come in so cold. They went off, and then you seen the moment. I think this was the moment, right? No, that was at the dragon. So there was another from the trailer that we seen. There was the pike where they jumped over and Percy was blasting. That was back when they've had the first encounter with Krieg. But at this encounter, so dope how they just made every, I can't even explain it. It was just so beautifully done. The music and like how they dropped the rocks and the grog jumping up in the air, and then it was just awesome. And yeah, I have soundtrack, and then I have the bickering moment. So this was dope too, where Percy and Grog and I think Vax were all bickering with each other on the little podium. The dragon like blasted a blast, or Krieg, or I guess we're calling him Brinsight now, but let fucking beam loose, and I thought they got electrocuted like fried, and it was fucking Scanlan's fucking it was Scanlan's illusion. It was like a Scanlan illusion made by Scanlan. Also, what I like is how the powers of each of them match. So like Scanlan in the purple, so you know when it's like, that's a nice little artistic touch where Scanlan's powers are purple, and then Pike is the light, and then Keyleth green. When her eyes went white in the one scene, clean. That when she brought the lightning from the sky. And but getting back on track, what I also like is in episode 1 when Scanlan was tuning his like little, what is it, like a fucking ukulele he has or some shit. But when he was tuning that, he said he was, you know, coming up with a tune for like how we're gonna kill a fucking dragon. It made me think, like, imagine that he was talking about was the illusion that he did there. But it was an illusion of the entire party. Dragon missed. Then the team group attack, like I said. And Vax, them showing them running, and then Scanlan going, Scanlan time, and throwing freaking Vax, in the running, man, like Vax running and then getting picked up and thrown by Scanlan at the, I think it was at the top of the rocks, and then he was running across the rocks and slit the dragon's throat. It looks so, it's just done too good. It was done so cool, so gory. And after that, I think they were all just laying there attacking. Keyleth, boom, grabbed the wing of the dragon with her vines, put that shit to the ground. Soundtrack is written again because the soundtrack was fucking bomb. And then Grog was I would like to rage, and then it was and then fucking awesome. And I said, yeah, I was during it, I was watching with my friend, so I was take that fucking dragon's head off. And Grog jumped up in the air, fucking mean ass cleave. The animation, beautiful. I like, so well done. Grog saying, Scanlan was like, Grog, you're more of a genius than we give you credit for. And Grog was, yep, I'm a genius. Because he, what happened was he took a tooth off of the dead dragon body to make sure, like, hey, this is evidence we put this motherfucker down. Like, not going to play us. Which I wish that's actually a good shout out for people who are, like, playing campaigns or thinking of cool, like, I don't know. Always take evidence of what you killed unless it is erased or turned to ash or something like that. But, nonetheless. Vax. The Vax moment. So, Vax moment we wrote is as they were running out because, layers started to fall apart. Indiana Jones style, take the item and shit starts falling apart. They started to run towards the portal, and as they were leaving, Vax turned back and said, we got him, kid, because the coin trick he showed the kid, and he gave the kid the coin. He flipped it in the layer, with the dead dragon. So that shit, I'm getting chills right now because that was a beautiful moment. We're going on 30 minutes here. I knew it'd be like 40 minutes or something, But then, Scanlan loot goblin because he was, wait, guys, the loot. I think this was maybe before the Vax moment. I think it was because he was through the portal, but he was trying to bring all the loot, and I think he only secured the troll dick, of course. Then they got Payday. They returned to Uriel and them, so Payday. They get the keys to the new keep. Keyleth. I have Keyleth cute moment down. I don't remember what the cute moment was, but like I said, I am really enjoying Keyleth, and that's why I wrote that, but sorry. And then, of course, the end, the Briarwood's reveal. Silas. I have Silas. Okay, so I put Vampire reveal and gore out the ass in Silas. I wrote that because, first of all, when they got introduced going to where they were going, I don't know where they're going at this moment. I think they said, or it was just showing that moment of them. Can't remember. That's bad on my part, but I don't think it was revealed where they were going, but I'm pretty sure if you watched the campaign, you knew where they were going, or maybe they said it. Can't remember off the mind because too much hype going on. But yeah, I have Briarwoods, Silas, and Gore Out the Ass, and Vampire Reveal. I put Vampire Reveal because I didn't know if they were gonna show it that fast, but they're on their little carriage ride, and I guess Matt rolled the D6 for who they were gonna encounter, and they hop out the cart. On the D6, I don't remember. I think it was a D8 or a D6 for what they'd encounter. But anyways, on their travel, they encountered bandits trying to rob them, and when they did, Silas said, "Hold on, honey, let me take care of this." Hopped out, damn near had one of the fucking bandits like, "What the fuck?" Because he absolutely bit into the bandit's neck, or robber, whatever, trail robbers, highway robbers, just right into the neck, ripped that shit out, ripped the dude apart. Me and my bro were like, what the fuck? Losing our minds. That shit was really cool. And yeah, it was just gore out the ass, and then I think he tore the other one apart. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, tore that one apart. And yeah, Silas. There you go. Silas Briarwood. And Matt's playing Silas, right? And yeah. The voice acting. So good. But then that's it. That's where it ends. And then they gave their thank yous at the end. They were, thank you for watching with us. And the cast, waved, gave their waves. And there you go. There you are. So yeah. That's the review. Everything I had in my notes that I wanted to mention. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm not just finished yet, but I just wanted to say that was awesome. Shout out to May again, because I felt like this was definitely my purpose to do a review on it when it was finally said and done, and I watched it all, and it was freaking amazing. I absolutely enjoyed it. I had my mom watch the first part with me. I had her watch a little bit of it, and she was she loved it. She was happy. She was more happy and excited that I was so excited about something, because like I said, I don't really find excitement and much joy in anything. So I was really happy of this. Yeah. I'm mostly happy all the time, but no external means really make me too crazy excited or happy. It's kind of yeah, that's cool, hi, cool, whoa, awesome. But this was something I was really waiting to see, and I'm glad I got to see it. Now, when other episodes come out, I don't know if I'll have Amazon Prime at the time. Maybe I will, but I don't know if I'll be able to watch them. So I'm glad I could catch these early at least. Really, thank you, May. And yeah, freaking cool. Yeah. That's it. Sorry, I was reading. I don't know why I took that time to read May's email back, but yeah. I just wanted to say, very cool. They did their work. They definitely, everything, all of this came together and it materialized on this plane of existence. The critters and Critical Role, y'all did y'all magic in supporting them and them making their dream come true, and boo, it fucking blossomed into something super beautiful. Because honestly, I think it has potential to literally be like I literally somebody made a comment yesterday on my video. Imagine if the second season was the Mighty Nine. My lips have been chapped this entire time. I was trying to keep licking them, but I think 100%. If this is as good as it is, not like this, I could not. I would love to see the Mighty Nine next. Like hands freaking down. Hands down. Hands down. It would be even cool, like I said before, because I think I kind of talked about this. It would be dope if they got some critters to be like a voice of an NPC or a little boy or a little kid. And it would be so cool for like to see a video come out of a critter literally being like, oh, I was this voice. Like I was the voice of this little young lad over here. Like something crazy, or like a merchant. It would be so wild if they included critters like that. That'd be dope. Like, you know how like so many of you talented mofos out there are doing the art. The art is sick. But yeah, whew. I am done. That is it. Much love and light. And this was an amazing experience. Literally going from not knowing about Critical Role like almost 4 months ago. Is it 4-ish by this time, Purple? All the way to now. I literally went through the whole campaign 2, which I still am thinking about releasing a video like summing it up. Or not summing it up, but just talking about the overall general enjoyment of it, because I can't hit every single moment across 141 4 to 5 hour episodes, or it's technically like 3 to 5, and then one big 7 one. But yeah, much love and light, but much love and light, and yeah, I'm done. I'm out of here. Peace.